Oh, wow. Good morning, you guys. Good afternoon, also. Uh, Heck, yeah, we're doing a good day today, and looks like a pretty good day. Weather's nice. Back to school is here. Tomorrow school starts. And my cousins and my aunt, they are doing cartwheels because school starts tomorrow. That's why.
That's good for them.
If you have kids, you want to let them have fun, let them go outside. But my cousins' kids, they play those video games all day, and you have 4.5 acres here of a manicured yard lawn. You have a giant lake outside. My aunt bought like 5 brand new kayaks.
Wow.
And I'm talking about the heavy plastic kind.
Yeah.
And my uncle, he bought himself a nice electric boat.
Beautiful.
And nobody goes outside. Nobody is utilizing what they have here in the yard. I mean, on the property. And they just stay indoors playing with Legos, playing with other toys. And I mean, it's kind of sad that they're not going outside and just bang, just a party. And
Yeah.
Norwegian polar bear, how you doing, buddy? Hey, Roberto, how you doing, man? You want to come on? I'll throw you a link if you want to come on. You always have something good going on, some kind of action. I'll throw you a link if you want to come. Yeah. I'm sorry. My computer's being a little bit slow. It doesn't want to spit things out. I'm not sure what's the problem with what's going on. Sometimes it's pretty reliable and pretty quick, and things never work out just perfectly, because we live in a imperfect world. So this is what you get, and you got to deal with what you have, because when we're outside, when we're doing stuff, and things supposed to go the way you want it to. Things are supposed to just to be rolling, but sometimes it's kind of hard to get the ball rolling.
Yeah, so, Gypsy said he grew up on 4 acres, played golf on it. He ditched the game, and that's nice. Yeah, I could never play golf, man. I wish I could. My mom was an accountant for a private golf course. It was beautiful too, and I tried to learn to golf, but oh my God, I'm terrible.
Yeah. I tried to do it when I was in Anchorage. Anchorage has some pretty decent golf courses, and over on base on Fort Richardson, they got a beautiful horse stable, and they got a real nice golf course on base also.
Yeah, it's a good game for business people. You can talk business, and upperclassmen play the game. Of course, I'm not upper class, so I guess I didn't fit in.
Well, sometimes you fit in, sometimes you don't. Yeah. It really depends on. Do you have your echo going on, buddy?
I think my YouTube is off, and let's see, my Google Hangout. Yeah, I don't know where. I hear some kind of echo though. Let me see what I got with my.
How you doing, buddy? It's always nice having you on the show. Hey, Gypsy, are you still in Ireland, or are you traveling to another location? It got to be nighttime there. Oh, what is it? It's
I think
maybe
they're
it's Wednesday.
about 5 hours ahead of Eastern Standard Time. Probably 6 hours ahead of you, Kevin.
Oh, over in Ireland?
Yeah.
Oh, you're still in Dublin? I hope you're going outside when you're in Dublin and taking pictures, taking videos, doing live broadcasts, because you live in a very historical place for a lot of us, and other people think it's just another beautiful place to go hang out. My brother went there to visit. My mom also, because my mom was traveling going over to Norway. So her and the group was out moving around over there. My brother liked it. He also went to Iceland, and he said that was a pretty nice experience over there. I'll be until January. Oh, okay. But so it's 11 p.m. right now. Okay, so it's almost midnight then. Cool. That's kind of nice to go out and about. Roberto, you're going out and about, huh?
There's Roberto.
Yeah. Nothing really going on. I just have I had to look and see if anybody has anything going on in the chat room. I didn't see nobody, so hopefully, I don't want to step on nobody's toes, because, well, I think you already know why, because don't want to give nobody excuse to be upset. And right now, almost midnight in the Philippines. What? No, really. It's only 10:40 here. In Iloilo, it's 11:40. Yeah. 11:40. Yeah. Okay, you're right. Okay, yes. It is almost midnight there. But yeah, school starts tomorrow, and people are just doing cartwheels right now. I mean, people are going to the stores. My two cousins, my cousin and my other cousin's wife, they went to Evansville to finish doing school shopping and stuff. Hey, Mikey 550.
Hey,
how you doing,
Big
buddy?
Kev. What's up? I just say I heard you.
Well, we had. Well, last night we had a show.
Yeah, I heard it was good. I haven't had the chance to watch it yet.
Well, I think it was good. But I mean, my show has a little bit of everything. I mean, sometimes we have a big surprise, and like Donna, she come by and graced us with her presence. So that was kind of fun,
Yeah.
Nice to have
an off to go.
and everybody act a little bit nicer. But our female that we had, she was very liberated lady. She speaks her mind. That's pretty good. I like to speak my mind, but sometimes I bite my lip because I gotta be careful what I say. How you doing today?
Oh, nothing. It's good. Nice and
You're in the Philippines, or are you here in the stateside?
Philippines, Baguio City.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I hear you, but sometimes I don't remember things.
Yeah.
Good. You know,
Hey, Kev,
it's just.
if you turn your camera off because you're buffering too much on the.
Let me see this. Yeah, I was having some kind of, I don't
You'll
know,
get a better.
on my computer. How is it now?
Well, I mean, if you turn your camera off, your stream will get stronger.
Okay, yeah, I turned it off.
Yeah. No, I just popped in because I heard you like to say good job. I heard you had a good show.
Well, you know, you guys make my show a good show. You know, I'm some of the people out there, they want me to participate a little bit more, to be like a conductor, which is, yeah, you know, I'm not gonna try to have a whole bunch of people because somebody thinks that if I have too many people, it's hard to control, and I can't get a time in. So if we just keep it on a low key, that would be it'd be better just to have more control of my audience and and the people inside. So yeah.
So I just popped in because I heard you had a good show. I'm going to listen to it later on because it's almost midnight.
Yeah, Seth was bored. He asked me. I wasn't going to have a show. You know, I was just I was going to watch a movie, and Seth wanted to gab, but he didn't want to gab on his show. So he asked me if we can open up and see what's happening. So yeah,
well, I did
it was pretty good.
Robert and I we're gonna do Saturday nights at 9:30, just once a week.
Oh, and are you? What kind of topics will be in?
Well, we're covering some. Well, we're doing something surprise this week. You have to listen in to hear it. Then the following week we're gonna then I think the following week we're gonna for anybody that wants to move to the Philippines as an expat, we're gonna talk about how to establish credit. Can you have credit? Can you finance items?
Well, yeah,
houses, cars, and stuff. So
you know, it's good to have a written plan when you do something. When I left Anchorage, I had no written plan, and I had a plan in my mind, and people tried to.
Here, I'll give you something that the Army taught me. The 5 P's. Prior planning prevents piss poor performance.
Oh God! Now you tell me, buddy. Where were you? 20 years ago? Then I would have really appreciated what you just said.
Well, hold on. Let me answer Mikey 550. Bama. Mikey 550. Bama.
Well, I'm just out in the hangout right now, so I better flip over and see what you guys are doing.
Bama.
Bama's here? Oh.
No, I'm talking to Mikey 550.
Oh.
He asked who wants credit in the Philippines. Bama.
Mikey 550, don't irritate people. He might be listening.
Now, are you talking about interest on the streets or interest? Okay, Mikey 550, not this Saturday, but hold on. Can I put out the date, Kev?
Oh, of course, buddy. I don't, I have you're welcome, buddy.
Okay. Mikey 550, tune into my channel. 9:30 p.m. the 19th, 9:30 p.m. Philippines time. We are going to have an expert in that subject. Come on. I'm just waiting for the confirmation.
Okay. Yeah, buddy, I'm not a stickler, you know, because see, we're supposed to be in the same group working together. So yeah, I don't mind. You know, I don't know what I'm gonna be doing on Saturday. So no, help yourself.
And Mikey 550 Saturday night's a surprise show. It might actually give you content to come back on YouTube.
See that, buddy? So now you're getting the ball rolling. It's good to have the ball rolling, you know? It's just, you know, if you don't have a plan, like I said, if what you just told me, it's good to have a written plan. And
plus you got good regular panelists that can give you input, like we were trying to tell you on my show.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree 100% what you said.
Yeah, so
but then you stay out of trouble and things could go pretty good. I mean, better for you if we have a game plan.
Yeah, I'm retired too, Mikey 550. Well, the first time I retired in 2008, then the second time I retired was 2013.
Hey, Donna. And are you enjoying yourself on your retirement?
Oh, of course.
No. So what are you? Are you around 68?
No, I'm only 48, but I retired the first time at 39. Sorry, 39.
Oh, okay.
After my time in the military, then I was a Jerry Kudanian. What's happening?
Hey, buddy. Hey, Van.
Then the second time I retired, I was after I was a military contractor, Afghanistan, Kuwait.
Okay.
Come on the panel. I miss talking to Jerry. Jerry Kudanian's the man.
He is. I like him, and I like his. He has a pretty decent site, YouTube site himself. So everybody should go check out Jerry's channel. Mikey 550. You can check out his channel too. He has
Mikey 550 needs to come out of retirement.
Kind of individual. I just hope you don't sing about me one day.
Now, actually, can I ask Jerry a question?
Go ahead, buddy.
Hey, Jerry, can I get you on the show to talk about our Armenian history sometime?
That sounds nice. Maybe he's going to come on.
Maybe. No, he said he's at work.
Oh.
Yeah. So.
Okay. Yeah.
10 to 5. I can answer that question. I can tell you I can tell the Norwegian polar bear where I live what it's going to be like in 10 to 15. I can tell you what it's going to be like in about a year's time.
Well, do tell.
Baguio City will be almost like Manila because we have the new expressway coming north all the way from Manila all the way to Ilocos Norte, which is all the way at the top of Luzon. And Baguio is going to have its own exit, but it's going to bring more people in. It's already grown since I've been here. I talked about it one time on Kwentang Baloo when they came up to visit. They came up to do a tour, and I showed them that since I've been here, right now I can count 6 condominium buildings going up, and I think of at least 2 dozen that have been built in the last 8 years.
So it's being more like a boom town.
Well, no, Baguio from Manila, it's hot and humid. People come to Baguio because our median temperature in the daytime year round, it doesn't get any higher than 80 with low humidity.
So it's a little bit cooler then.
Well, it's 7,000 feet elevation.
Okay.
So the weather stays cool.
Is that towards Tagatai?
No, north.
Oh, okay.
North, way north.
Way farther.
Hold on, get Donna on here because she can talk about it too because she's been to Baguio.
Yeah, I just threw her a link.
Yeah. Okay. So, but yeah, it's a unique place. Go to my channel. I'm posting a few videos that are short because I'm only using a phone right now.
Well, yeah, phone works pretty good still. I mean,
yeah,
don't have. We had we're two. We don't. We had all of us had a talk, and I was on your show.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry that you know that you got upset and excited. So I want to apologize about that.
Oh, you don't have to apologize for anything.
Well,
I'm a rookie at this. I'm a rookie at this too. So.
Well, I am too. So I mean, I'm sure I'm going to step on people's toes, but not technically.
Okay.
I'm not that kind of a person, and I'm a happy-go-lucky, and I go with the flow. Sometimes I want to lead the flow, but I don't want to, on purposely, make somebody like turn into like shit. Because that's not cool for me. I know it's not cool for other people to feel that way.
Okay, since we're talking about Baguio, Tagayatay is more expensive than Baguio right now for property-wise and rent-wise. Rent's going up. And we do get a lot of rain, but the thing happens is with the rain, the storm system, if you get one from the west and one from the east, they kind of stop right over top of us.
Well, I don't mean to step on your toes. Not you. I'm just reading what Jerry's saying.
Yeah. Did we get Donna Johnson on yet?
Well, I flipped her. I flipped her a link.
That might be. Roberto. Roberto, are you stuck in Dallas traffic?
Sort of.
Hey, you coming north when you get to the Philippines, or are you going south?
Roberto?
I'm actually north of Dallas, so I go south on 35.
No, I said when you hit here in December, are you coming north or south?
No, I'll be in Manila for a week or so. First,
okay.
I'm gonna probably spend a week or two. I don't know. I haven't decided yet.
But you're gonna go sightseeing?
Yeah, I'm gonna go to Los Angeles. I'm gonna go to Subic and all that places. But first and foremost, I'm gonna hunt.
I didn't know if you
favorite person.
Oh, are you gonna go hunting?
Yeah, hey, Roberto. Yeah. Roberto, when's a good time, like your time, to get you on Hangouts to pass along some intel?
Anytime, man. I'm always on the phone. I'm going back to work for the first time. I've been out for 2 weeks from my father, but I'm back now, so I'm always on Hangouts.
Okay, I'll call you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I need a 2-3 day notice to know where he's exactly at.
And
then I can do everything myself.
Okay. Well, I think he's heading towards where your brother is.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be nice.
But I'll let you know.
Just let the dogs loose.
Yeah. Well, I didn't know if Roberto was going to come up to Baguio for the mountains and the weather when he came in December.
Yeah, I'm coming up there too. I mean, I'm going to check out Baguio. You know what? I've been in Baguio. Matter of fact, this is when I was a kid, though, but I don't remember much about it. Just sure it's different. But yeah, I've been up in Baguio, and I've been up on that rice terraces and stuff.
Yeah, Ifugao.
Yeah, and all that.
The hanging coffins of Sagada.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
But it's been a while. Since I was a kid.
Yeah. So, and I just popped on to tell Big Kev I heard he did a good show the other night. And
yeah, I listened to it, but I'm kind of pissed at him because he didn't send me info or that he was going on. And
well, yeah,
I took a nap, and then when I woke up, the show was already over.
Well, that was a good nap. But yeah, Seth just popped up and said, "Kevin, let's go on," and that was last night. So,
oh, I see where your loyalty lies.
You know,
Seth, huh?
You're my buddy.
Hey, when you gonna get me on your show there?
Who, me?
Yeah.
You can come on my show. We're doing it once a week. Once a week, Saturday nights, 9:30 p.m. Philippines time, after the other show.
So it's 10:30.
You know I have to whore myself around.
Yeah.
It's all good.
So.
Yeah, that's what Seth says. He says you're a big whore. Wait a minute.
I have no shame in my game. Buddy. I have no shame in my game.
No, actually, we got somebody here that can tell a little bit more about Baguio. Baguio people come for the weather, but the problem is the Nelix, the T-Plex, and the superhighway that's coming north.
Well, who's our special guest?
Hey guys.
Wow.
What's up?
Hey Donna.
I'm good. Just woke up. Sorry.
Good morning.
You know, you can ask people about the Philippines, and everybody will tell you to go to Baguio.
Yeah, I love Baguio too.
So what's going on with you today, Donna?
Well, hey Kev, I'm gonna pop off of here. It's bedtime for me.
Hey, buddy. Yeah, thank you for the comment, and I appreciate it. I mean, I'm happy to see there's one almost happy customer, so that's pretty cool. Have a good night, buddy.
Actually, take the thumbs down and the comments as badges of honor.
Oh, well, I got 2 right now. I got 6 up, 2 down.
Well, you know what? Just remember the 5 the P's. Prior planning prevents piss poor performance.
Yeah, those are words of wisdom.
Now, I had them screamed at me in NCO school when I was in the Army.
Well, I had that. I was taught that too when I was in the mine.
Well, actually, hey, were you a Boy Scout?
Yeah, I did all. I went all the way up to an Eagle Scout.
Always prepared.
Yep, Boy Scouts motto.
Yeah. All right, you guys have a good one. Roberto, I'll catch you later on somebody's show. So okay. See you guys later. Don't forget Saturday night, 9:30 p.m. Philippines time. We have a surprise show coming.
Okay, so that's 8 o'clock my time.
Yeah. Surprise show.
Thanks for the info.
Yep. And Roberto, I will pass that intel to you in the morning when I wake up.
Copy.
All right. Later, Jerry. Oh, hey, Jerry, you didn't answer my question. Think we can get you on a panel sometime to talk about Armenian history? I'm giving him a chance to type.
Yeah. He is pretty busy sometimes.
Yeah. Well, back to Baguio. It's getting so bad. Well, hold on. Donna, you've been to the SM in Baguio, haven't you?
Yeah, I've been there a couple times.
Okay, it's gotten so bad now that they're actually having to expand the parking.
Oh, that's good.
Not if you live here. No, it'll
Oh,
be this.
yeah.
It'll be. Hey Jerry, it'll be. I'll message you on Facebook. It'll be a Saturday night sometime. But we'd like to get you on the panel. Okay. All right,
buddy.
you guys. All right. Yep. Keep up the good work, Kev.
I appreciate that, buddy.
All right. See you later.
All right.
Bye.
Yep. Well, that was pretty nice. So today you're going back to work, Roberto?
Yeah.
The whole day or half the day?
The whole day. I'll be home about 9 o'clock.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, my time.
Roberto looks sharp there, all duded up. Look
Well,
good, Roberto.
yeah, and he has a nice tumbler with. What are you holding?
Yeah, he's got a drink in his hand.
Yeah,
rum and coke. This is rum and coke.
Oh, rum coke.
really. I thought that was maybe brandy.
No.
Nice heated glass.
No, that's the best day of my life. One of my daughter was getting married that day.
Okay.
My daughter's wedding day.
Hey, Roberto, was it you that said you were selling some kind of whiskey or something?
No.
No?
It was
Jason?
Jason, wasn't it?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I haven't seen him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he must be doing his own thing, but
He maybe has his own show. I think
Well, he's trying to start his own show.
I think I subbed to his thing, but I don't get any notifications.
Oh.
yeah, I was on his first show there.
Yeah.
He's a nice young guy. Very intelligent young guy.
So are you still at home, Donna, or are you already in the office?
I'm still at home. I didn't go to the office today.
Oh.
Yeah.
What is your plan at home?
I only go to the office when I have to. So yes, yesterday I was there, so I don't have to come today. I think.
Yeah.
But I used to go. I always come like every Monday, but Tuesday I only come if there's like a big problem or some stuff like that.
Okay, I see.
Yeah.
Oh.
Donna, what part of the Philippines are you from?
I'm from actually my parents' province is Bicol and Pampanga, but I was born in Manila, in Quezon City.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, I got 7 thumbs down.
Wow.
Something's not. So I have some unsatisfied customers. That's okay. It's a tie right now. Hey, I got 15 viewers. Pop me up some likes or dislikes. Depends on you.
Well, if everybody give me $1, I can introduce it to the Powerball and to the Texas Lottery. It's up to 347 million.
Wow.
That's pretty incredible, huh?
Yeah.
Are you going to bet on the fight?
No, I'm not a gambler.
Oh,
I just do my local lottery.
Well, $50 there, $50 here. You might be able to win if you bet on both sides.
Yeah, break out even.
You're not gonna lose nothing. I mean, 50 on McGregor, 50 on Floyd. That'd be pretty interesting. Either one, you're gonna get money. Hey, Gunter, you better not be one of those thumbs down. You're one of my loyal friends. Mikey 50 YouTube, buddy. You ought to be almost getting ready to go now. Richard, you're being pretty quiet, buddy.
Oh yeah, because I got to pick my wife up in a few minutes to take her to the doctor for an appointment. But I'm just listening, you know, because there's a lot to learn by listening. A lot of smart people.
That's what I like to do, but I need to participate a little bit more than
a lot of smarter people here than me.
Oh, I hear you there. But Bill's a very smart man, so
yeah,
good to listen to what he got to say.
And Jerry, but Jerry's busy.
I'm not a smart guy, but I'm street smart.
Yeah.
You know, I know about common sense and things like that.
Well, I thought I knew a lot about the street, but when I went to the Philippines,
not me, Jerry. Jerry's the man.
Nobody told me about that street.
Jerry's a trader, man.
I went down the wrong street, and it was hard to find my way back.
Jerry's a stock trader, man. He's a man.
Well, Jerry is a very good person. Yeah, I've been watching his videos, you guys.
Yeah, me too. Very good.
Jerry's channel, and he has a lot of good advice, and he has 3 different topics that he's going through. So I think everybody should go check out his site.
Yeah.
And see what's going on.
Yeah, Jerry's
that was a paid commercial. I just said a paid promotion. Oh heck! Yeah, I you know that our problems. You know, sometimes we think we got a big problem, but in time, our problem could working stuff out without a lot of doing. So, but when you think you got a big
Kevin, Jerry said the check. Jerry said the check is in the mail. He's being funny.
Yeah. Well, you're a good you're a good man, Jerry. I know you're pretty faithful. Donna, you what are you gonna have your show? I thought I heard.
Yeah, I'm gonna have it today at 4 p.m. here, LA time.
So what is that my time? Oh.
That's
5 o'clock.
6, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And what is your topic gonna be?
I don't know.
What?
I don't know yet. I just woke up. I saw your live stream. I was like, because I usually woke up late when I don't go to work. Because last night I was talking to my sister in the Philippines and my mom, and you know, when it's night here, it's daytime there. So I was chatting with them last night because I wanted to get that 148 acre land in our province. So I was wanting to know what do I need.
Oh, yeah, but Eric, before he left, he mentioned to do like have a plan, a written plan, like what you want to do, what you want to talk about. Yeah. But I didn't. Nobody told me that. 20 years ago. I mean, that would have been. Well, they told me, but I didn't really listen. I didn't take. what they were saying. So if I would have paid attention to more details, things may have been better. Don't know.
Yeah, the thing in the Philippines is that, I mean, even me, I have a lot of friends that they would offer me a property in the Philippines, and prices are ridiculous, you know. And I mean, I don't mind buying property even if it's expensive, but I want to be worth it. If it's not worth it, I'm not gonna get it.
You're not going to invest.
No, it has to be worth it. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna buy just couple million, million peso property, and then I'm not gonna
But
make any money from it.
yeah, so you want to have it like a sure thing.
Yeah, like what we're doing in the province is that we're planting coconuts, and then rice. We have rice field and a cassava field. So every time we harvest, someone's buying our crop. So I wanted to do that, and not just spend my money on buying mansions and stuff like that.
Yeah, but are you planning on going back to the Philippines like one day to stay?
Yeah, I'm planning next year after I'm done with all my my problems here, because I also have problems here in the business. So, but next year, yeah.
And
Donna, I'm sorry, Kev. Kev, I wanted to ask Donna, what about like coffee beans in the province, growing coffee beans?
Yeah,
Seems,
actually, my uncle, he's growing coffee beans, and also civet coffee.
mhm.
Yeah,
I'm an
but
expert in coffee,
yeah, but
growing them and everything.
Awesome.
yeah, but I don't want to compete to
Oh,
to him. So
uh-huh.
yeah, and plus to me, because I'm not in the Philippines all the time, it's hard when you're not there. You know, it's
Right.
hard when you're
Yeah,
not running your business, on your own. Like if you're not always there.
Mhm.
yeah.
So
Um,
I wanted to keep it like, um, some of the crops, it would take like 3 months or 6 months to harvest. That's good for me. The timeline is good for me, because I can just go back there like 6 months here and then 6 months in the Philippines.
yeah, all the coffee I seen was in a mountain area. So that was my my kid's mom, Josie. Her dad has a mountain area where we got the coffee, and we also
Mm,
are doing chocolate, okra.
mm.
Mhm.
So that's pretty cool. Having both of those going. Um, we have a lot of mahogany trees
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
that we are
Yeah,
doing.
we have that too. We have mahogany and nara tree. You know what's good? What's good in the Philippines is that you don't need to buy expensive land. You don't need to buy, like, yeah, I mean, you can do that too. Like some of my friends would sell me their farm, like 5 million pesos, 10 million, million pesos worth of farm. But I don't do that. I don't spend millions on property. What I do is, we have this program in the Philippines in the agrarian. They're gonna let you borrow the land, pay the what do you call that? The yearly. They would set the yearly amount every year that you will pay on the government, and then you will pay that for 30 years, and then after you pay that, then they're gonna give you the land. But they're gonna let you borrow the land and let you use it.
Okay.
Without spending millions.
But you just have to pay like rent, or do you got to pay the taxes?
Yes, taxes.
Yeah, yeah, you got to keep up on the taxes. We
Yeah, like I
those
have the
that-
first one. Yeah, the first one I had is what was that? About 13 acres, paying $20 a year in the agrarian office. That's a year, and we're using the land. I have like 500 trees, coconut trees, and then mango trees, and then jackfruit, and we have rice field, cassava field, and I'm not, I didn't buy that land. I'm just paying it to the agrarian office like $20 a month. I mean, not a month, a year.
your coconut trees, are they wild or are they dwarf?
That's the one that we're using in the Philippines. The
Okay, because
regular one.
we have dwarf coconuts and
Yeah, we
gold.
have, yeah. There's dwarf too, but what I'm growing is the one that's we're always selling in the market.
Yeah.
Someone would go there and pick up the crops, and then they sell it in the market. Yeah.
Cool, cool. But the bad part is we got like 4 hectares, and we got bananas. We got
Mm,
all kinds of bananas, cooking bananas,
yeah.
senorita bananas. We got
Mm,
some of those fancy bananas,
mm.
and people go by and pick them, pick them if we're not keeping an eye on everything.
Yeah, you have to
Doing
put
five finger disc.
you have to put fence on them. Like I put fences. Yeah. Because I already have 6 hectares. That's my first what do you call that? This I first got that in the agrarian office, and then
Yeah.
now I'm aiming for the 60 hectares. And
Wow.
yeah,
You gonna do rice or bananas or everything?
everything, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plant mahogany trees. It takes around 5 years to get a
Yeah,
good.
I have couple mahoganies in there, a tree.
Yeah.
But if you want like, what do you call that? Fast cash. Like every 3 months you can harvest and sell them. The rice and
Rice.
coconuts. Huh?
Rice.
Rice, coconuts, banana and cassava.
Yeah. Yeah. That fruit. That's pretty nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you can keep that land going, like in the summertime. I mean, when we have no rice, we use we plant okra on the
Mm-hmm.
fields
Yeah.
just to utilize it as fast cash right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're doing sweet potatoes also. That grows pretty nice, and we got the sweet potato leaves that we are using too. So Gabby, I love Gabby.
Well,
The root.
Joel Alba says can contact me. I want to go through the process that you went through. Yeah, they only allow that for Filipino citizens. Yeah, so if you're Filipino citizens, you can finance the. Just make sure that you're gonna use it. You're gonna plant trees and stuff because if not, even you're paying taxes, they're gonna get it from you. They're gonna take it back.
Well,
Because what's the government want is they want someone to use the land, plant trees, whatever, crops and everything.
but do you have a title for all that?
Oh yeah, they're gonna give you it's called like entry pass. It's not like clean title because you just borrowed it from the government.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're paying the taxes. If you paying the taxes. After 30 years, they're, you know, they'll release the clean title and give it to you, you know,
Yeah.
in your name. But
But you got to keep the land going.
yeah, you gotta keep the land going.
Correct. Yeah, we have
Especially if you're gonna get,
I like that farming because I have a green thumb and I enjoy doing that stuff.
yeah, especially if you're gonna get the, you know, mass amount of land like 50, 100 hectares, 200 hectares. One of my friends in the Philippines, he got 200 hectares, and he planted mahogany and what was that, rubber tree.
Oh, really? I'd
Yeah.
never seen that one.
Mm-hmm. It's in north, and then you know, the government gave him that land as soon that he would pay taxes. And the taxes is not that expensive, you know. I mean, for 6 hectares, I'm only paying $20 a year. Sometimes I would make it to like, you know, to 50,
Oh,
but yeah, it's not expensive.
are you doing pigs?
Yes, and also doing pigs. We have cows, we have pigs, goat, chicken,
Yeah.
arba.
Goats are a lot of work because you got to keep moving them.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I usually put them on a hill area, then they can eat everything.
Mm. Yeah, I mean, one of my friend the other day, he sent me a message on Facebook, and he is offering me a land in, I think somewhere in north. I think it's in what was that, La Union. Yeah, and then he's offering me 5 hectares of land for 5 million pesos. It's like, I'm not gonna buy that, you know.
Oh, that's a
Five
lot of
million,
money.
yeah. I can get land very cheap from the government. Not,
Yeah.
you know, I don't have to spend millions, you know.
Roberto, what do you think?
Yeah, well, yeah, I think it's a good idea. I mean, I'm I'm a Filipino. I take advantage of all that stuff. You know, I have land, I have piggery, and all that stuff. So yeah, I'm all for that, especially for the Filipinos. You know,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
that's what we're in the Philippines. We have to provide for ourselves, you know, because nobody's going to provide for us.
Exactly.
Mm.
So
And then what I do to the land is that, you know, in every Filipino family, yeah, there's one family member that's doing well, like me, right? But some of them, a lot of them are poor, you know. It's
Yeah.
not, unless you came from like really wealthy clan, you know. But my family is not wealthy, so what I do is, my family is a farmer from my grandfather. So my siblings, they were working on the farm, and then my sister, she's basically my secretary. She's you know, she would list down everything, you know, every penny that they're spending and coming in. And then, yeah, I mean, my brothers, they were working on the farm, and then some of my cousins, you know, that are poor, and they can't, you know, they can't do well in Manila, because in Manila you have to, at least you need to have a good education, at least college level, or college graduate, before you can get a better job, you
Yeah.
know. But if not, then you're just gonna end up in a market, you know, and you're not even gonna make a minimum wage. So that's actually the my way of helping these people.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
my
That's
grandfather, my
go ahead, bud.
grandfather, when we were growing up, when I was 2, 3 years old, well, he raised me while my mother was in Manila, and my grandfather had all kinds of land. He had coconut plantations, sugar cane, rice
Nice.
fields, and all that stuff. Um, and then, and so that was in the '60s, and then in the '70s, um, when he finally passed away in late '60s, and he all the land went to my aunts and uncles, and well, first it went to my uncles, and they squattered all the land, either through gambling or somehow, and by the time my mother could get to them, he had no land left. And part of that land was
Oh,
supposed to be for my mother
so they
too.
squandered.
Yeah, they squandered it because they were. My grandfather was a big gambler. He was a rooster man, so he gambled a lot, and so my uncles did too. I mean, my
Yeah.
yeah, my uncles and aunt, they're all gamblers, so they squandered all the properties. Now we have none. So
Oh,
um,
That's bad.
yeah,
yeah.
sometimes that happens in a family because you
Yeah.
know I have 25 first cousins, and and you know, of course, they're supposed to leave all that to our our kids, or the kids. But no,
You're
they
all
end up squandering it through gambling and some stupid things. I don't know what it was, but most of it was gambling. So
Yeah, yeah. That's like I said. That kind of stuff is very, very common. But you wanna, you wanna say something. You wanna step in, but it's usually too late when you're able to get there.
Yeah. Joel Alba said that he wants to lease land near one of those two cities in the Magadi and Dipolo. What you gotta do is go to the agrarian office and then ask them if they have like a land that you can use, and you're just gonna pay taxes on it, and then they're gonna tell you which land it is, and you gotta know what land you're gonna get, you're getting, because some land is not good for planting, and yeah, but you just go to agrarian office and then ask them. Is that what we always do? Like some of these farmer in our province, they're not paying taxes, so the government would take back the land, and then we would go there and then, hey, did you just get back that land from that guy, and then can we borrow it? And then you just pay taxes and you can make money out of it as long that you're using it. You're gonna make money, but you can't just have it as like a property, and just
Stagnant.
sit there.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're
Then
gonna get
land
a
is no
land,
good.
yeah, if you're gonna get a land, make sure that you're gonna make money out of it.
Yeah, and keep it up. I mean,
Mhm.
put a NEPA hut down there, and you have to
Yeah.
establish your
Hmm.
property.
Yeah, and me, I'm not. I don't really have a plan on. I mean, yeah, I have a plan on doing well in life. Getting a nice property, nice house, probably, but not like ridiculous. Like I don't have any plan on buying sports cars and stuff like that. I'm not really into that. My plan is to help them, and then after 30 years, because I don't have kids, after 30 years, if the government says, all right, we're gonna give you the title because you don't have absence on paying the taxes, then I'll just give it to them. I don't have any kids, and even though, like, I have savings right now, I told to my family, you're not gonna get this when I die. I'm just gonna donate it to some organization, like researchers, someone who's researching for the cure of cancers, stuff like that. I'm not gonna leave my wealth to them. I mean, they can have the land, but the money that I made, I'm just gonna donate it. You know, if I don't have kids, and you know.
Well, I mean, with that, if you wanted to, you could sponsor people like that are doing good in school and help them
Yeah, I
succeed.
actually sponsoring 6 kids right now.
See?
Yeah,
Yeah.
for their
So really,
school.
that is like a big pat on the back because you
Mm-hmm.
get to see the child grow and move forward.
Mm-hmm. But I only do that for people that is worth it. You know,
Well, of course.
I'm pretty strict. You know, I'm pretty strict. You know, I don't fall for like, you know, oh, do you have some money like that? No, I only give to the, you know, people that is worth it. But
Yeah,
if
that I mean, like
yeah.
I said, but don't fall over like when somebody gives you a sad story.
Mm. And I'm also what do you call that, member of PAWS in the Philippines, and that's basically for pets like dogs, like stray dogs, and every month I'm giving a donation too.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's interesting.
Mm-hmm. So I'm into that. That's actually, you know, like someone, my family asked me, "What are you gonna do with your life? You don't have kids. You don't want to get, you know, have kids like that." It's like there's a lot of kids in this world, you know.
Huh.
Why? Yeah, I mean, why would I
It
make
will definitely.
one? I would just help those kids if I
Yeah,
don't. Yeah, if it happened that I never, you know, then I'm just gonna help those kids.
yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's. I mean, that's nice. That what you're doing. I mean, it just it makes you feel good when they succeed, and they feel good because they are getting some help to succeed.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And does your husband? Do you and him belong to the same foundations, or does he do his own thing?
And he does his own thing. You know, he knows what I'm doing, but he don't actually, you know, he don't actually participate in that. He just does
Oh,
his own thing. Yeah.
yeah. Well, yeah, that's okay, you know. But
Joel
do
Alba
you feel good
says,
about yourself? That's what's
"What's
important.
yeah?" Joel Alba asks, "Where is my land?" It's in Bicol, in Camarines Sur. That's where it is. But I mean, every province, you know, because that's the program of the government in the Philippines, you know, for the Filipinos. But the problem with the farmers is that they can't finance, you know,
Yeah,
the land. So because they don't have money. But if
yeah,
someone would finance them, and then what do you call that? You're gonna help these Filipino farmers, or this for Filipinos, and then you know that would be good, because that's what I'm actually doing. Um, for example, my rice field, I would hire these farmers, but I don't pay them cash. What we do is that we shared on the crops. Like they would get
yeah.
40%,
When you bag
40%.
it up,
Yeah, when they harvest the crop, then they get the 40% and 60% to me.
that's not bad.
Yeah. So for example, we harvest 100 sack of rice. They get the 40 sack, and then I get the 60.
Now, are you talking about milled rice or just regular right when you pick it?
It's milled.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
okay, because yeah, that's a lot of empty bags.
Yeah.
Because when you put it, send it to the market and get it
Mm-hmm.
milled, then it's a smaller size because it shrinks a little bit.
Mm-hmm. And like every family would get like 5 sack of rice. You know, I
Okay,
mean, that's good enough for them. That would last them for like, you know, at least a year, you know.
Hey,
So
handsome.
that's a good help.
Yeah, we are doing rice there down below, and we got maybe 3 hectares of rice, and we're not doing government rice. We get
Mm.
sticky rice, and we also
Yeah,
doing
we
grade
call
A
that
rice.
we call that japonica rice. It's Japanese versus sticky ones.
Uh, and then we got grade A.
Mm-hmm.
So just because it grows better and it's a higher quality, and plus you can get a little bit more money out of it.
Yeah, I mean, what I want is I don't really care about earning too much because what I get from the land is I have to use it again for the next season. If we have, for example, already harvested it and then we have to replant it. I don't really care, um, earning a lot of money. My main goal is to help these people. You
But they
know,
can be self-reliant.
yeah. I mean, helping them not to the point that they're gonna be lazy. At least they're working and then they're earning,
Yeah,
out of it. Yeah. The problem is they can't finance that big land. So I'm financing it, and they're working for it, and then they would have money and food.
yeah,
So yeah, that's a good help for these people. I don't, like other people in the Philippines, all they do is like um, complain. Oh, the government is this, the government is that. You know, I don't do that. I don't really complain. What I do is I work. I do something. I contribute. Because if you're just gonna
yeah,
complain, the Philippines is this, the Philippines is that, government is this, government is that, you're not helping. You know, so instead of complaining and blaming the government, why don't you do something, right?
correct. Yeah, don't stand around and blah blah blah. Put your actions into work.
Yes, because the problem in the Philippines is not enough job, right? But if you can create job, if you have money, you can finance something, and that would create job for other people. You're actually helping them too,
Yeah,
And you're not just helping the people; you're also helping the community and the city. The more money that they're making is coming to the community and the city, and they're gonna spend it and they're gonna use it again, right?
yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I mean to get started is kind of
Mm-hmm.
like a lot of work because you got to police the land and maintain the land, and then you got to till it.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes that costs a lot of money. Some people use caribou to plow. Like you get
Mm-hmm.
five, six of them plowing your land. That goes
Mm-hmm.
by pretty fast. Or you could spend some little extra money and get a tractor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
we do both. But for the we don't use a tractor on the rice, but on the sugar cane we use a tractor, and then we have people going out and fertilizing, throwing fertilizer everywhere on the ground. And then we
Yeah.
got in the rice we use fertilizer and pesticide. We got to
Mm-hmm.
go spray. I don't do it because I'm too heavy. It won't let me hand plant or throw the seeds because I'm too
Mm-hmm.
big. But I can't harvest, and I tried it. It's a lot of work, but it was kind of fun. I like doing the mill.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I
No,
mean, those people they're doing that, and by doing that they also earning. You know. I
yeah,
mean.
we usually use family members to harvest because up on the mountain, everybody's related to each other. So that's pretty nice.
Mhm. Yeah. And you know, the thing is that these people in the province, especially if they grew up in the farm, they can do well in Manila, you know, unless they get a better education. But if they don't, they're not gonna do well in Manila. And all these people in the province, a lot of them, they thought that, oh, Manila is the place, you know, skyscrapers,
Yeah,
lights,
big
you
time.
know, yeah. Like when I went there before in the province, you know, these girls, like teenagers, they're like, what's Manila look like? And they really wanted to go to Manila. I told them, don't go to Manila if you're, you know, you don't know anything about it yet, because you're not gonna do well. You're just gonna end up in bars, you know.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but some people can work in the office. Some people like have a good education, but not everybody can have the
Yeah.
school book education.
Mm-hmm.
But I like a lot of people have go to trade school, and that's kind of more realistic going to a trade school than going to a university, because not everybody is book smart.
Yeah. That's why, if you notice, Manila is got a lot of everything, you know. But if you go
Well,
to the
it has
province,
a good opportunities.
yeah, but if you go to the province, there's not much, you know, there's not much opportunity there,
No,
you
no,
know.
except if you are a farmer and you own your own land, then
Mm-hmm.
that's okay because you can make a living. But sometimes you got to go out.
Yeah, but most of these farmers, they're not making much because they're only working for people who own the land, you know,
Yeah, that's bad.
because they don't have that money to finance the land.
Yeah, and then the taxes build up and build
Yeah.
up, and
Mm-hmm.
then the tax collector comes, and then everybody, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. So yeah, we had that happen once, but we paid it, and then they gave us a chance. The city office gave us a chance, and
Mm-hmm.
now the paper, the deed is ours, and we had it resurveyed
Mm-hmm.
because we put a couple of wells on the
Mm-hmm.
property. That was a lot of work and a lot of money,
Yeah.
but it's pretty good. And I mean, I like that kind of work
Mm-hmm.
uh, because
Yeah,
it's satisfying.
I think that's the way to help the people in the Philippines. You know, I have this friend and he's like very wealthy. He's what do you call that? He owned multiple business in Asia and in Europe. He goes back to the
Yeah,
Philippines and then establish a business there, and that create work for 1,000 people. So
yeah.
that
Joy
1,000
was,
people that is working there, supporting 1,000 family, you know.
yep. Joe was just mentioning Kevin. Some of those Providence kids would do better learning a trade. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because that's more realistic. If you can go to trade school, a lot of people, they don't really learn very good on the book, but when they learn in a trade, then they can make more money, get out of the town, and go into the big city, and you have a certain trade.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So that's what I, you know, I would say to other people: stop bitching, stop complaining, do something, you know.
Well, be happy with what you have.
Start doing something. I mean, you don't need to be so rich and so wealthy to start helping people. Even just one people that, you know, that still help.
Roberto, you're sponsoring your brother, right?
Hey Roberto, you still
Well, I
there?
think he's at work too. But his brother, both of them are doing like a big piggery, and it sounds like it's quite profitable.
Yeah.
Because that kind of stuff is always in demand. I mean, like food, because there's usually a festival going on in the barangay. Somebody getting married, there's a birthday, or somebody passed away. So there's always need for that kind of food.
And right now it's getting better too, because Duterte just signed a bill that would give free tuition to state universities in the Philippines. So even they're poor, they still can go there. They still can get education. Like I was telling to our farmers, hey, if you want your kids, if they wanted to go to college, there's state universities here in the province. Just go there and ask, if they can pass the exam, and they can have education.
Yeah, if you have good grades, there's always different opportunities that that person can have.
They just need to know what to do. If someone give them knowledge on what to do, then
they ought to go to the city office, because they know they have different plans on what you can do and how to do it. Sometimes there's a grant too. So, or you could go to your barangay office and see what's going on. There's always something. Somebody knows something.
My plan is, when I go back there, I'm gonna teach some what do you call that? How to do canning and dehydrating food too. Yeah.
Then are you talking about canning, or are you talking about bottling?
Bottling, basically in a mason jar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those bell jars.
And also, I also wanted to teach how to filter their own water.
Yeah.
That's very important. Yeah, it's very important.
Fresh water.
But even poor people nowadays in the Philippines, they don't know how to, survival stuff. If you know how to filter your own water, you don't have to buy. Here in Arizona, we're not buying water. We're filtering our own water. We have this.
You guys have your own well?
Well, we bought this Berkeley in Amazon, and it's got filter in it. It basically kills everything. You just put your water there, and it filters on its own.
Yeah. Well, you can also use bottled water and then put it out into the sun, and the ultraviolet ray will also sanitize your water.
Yeah. Then in the Philippines, they can do what do you call that?
On YouTube.
Yeah, from what you call that, sand, and then gravel rocks, and then
as a filtering system.
Yeah. And then rain catcher too. That's good, because you don't really have to, if you have stock of water there, just to do your clothes, and wash dishes, if you have rain catcher in your house, then that would save a lot of money too.
Well, a lot of work, because you don't have to. Sometimes we got a well like down the hill, and we got like 5-gallon jerry jugs, and we got to fill them up with water, and then we got to pack them back up, and that's a lot of work too. But we usually put it on a sled and have a caravan bring them all up.
Yeah, it is a lot of work, but if you're thinking about saving money, you really have to put a lot of effort in there.
Yeah, and the knowledge is out there, and like you go online, or you could Google it, or you can put it look on YouTube.
I was telling to my mom, I'm gonna buy her a book of sausages, like cured meat. And then she
Yeah.
can do that in the Philippines, and she can sell that too. Yeah, because here I'm making like pancetta, prosciutto, stuff like that, and cured sausage.
Yeah. Doing that kind of stuff. Learning how to dry meat,
Yeah, dry meat,
make
smoked
jerky.
meat. Yeah. And even here in Arizona, I mean, we're earning, me and my husband, we're earning, both of us. I'm still doing gardening. I have
Oh, cool.
different kind of herbs. I have tomatoes, chili. I don't, we don't need to buy that in the grocery store. I mean,
Do you
just
have
little thing, yeah, just little things. It'll add up, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like I said, if you don't like doing that work, then go find something else. But a lot of people, they even have schools for horticulture.
Yeah. The problem nowadays is that people is becoming more lazy, and they don't want to do all that. They just
Yeah,
want to buy, you know.
especially when you get free money.
Yeah. They just want to buy. That's the problem.
Yeah, when I had my businesses, I had my internet cafe, my billiard, and my boarding house. But my boarding house was for students from over at CPU, and but we have always a lot of stand around people not doing anything, like over at my billiard and sometimes at my internet cafe. There's
Mm-hmm.
always people just standing around and doing nothing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because these people are poor, and if they're poor and they get into the situation that they're what do you call that, desperate, that's when they start doing bad things out
Yeah,
of
yeah,
desperation.
yeah. Especially around Christmas time.
Yeah, out of desperation. I tell you a story. When I
Is it a
I
monkey
still
story?
when I'm still single, I was in the Philippines and I have a couple chains of bakery. One of my employee, one of my baker, uh, his former boss went to my shop and told me, you have to fire your employee, this guy. I was like, why
Huh.
would I fire him? And then he said, because he used to work for me before and he steal money from me. I was like, well, I can't do what you want me to do
Well, that
because
was then, and this is now.
yeah, because he's not doing bad things to me. I can't just fire him. If
Yeah,
he does some history, bad history, you know from you, me is a different story. So
correct.
I talked to that man, to my employee, and I said, hey, your former boss talked to me and she wants me to fire you because you steal money from her. And then you know what, that guy, he cried. He cried, and then he said, yeah, because she's not giving my salary and I really need money because my daughter is in the hospital. That's why
Uh,
I did that. So,
it was a desperation act.
yeah, yes. He's desperate. He's trying to save his daughter's life,
Uh,
I mean,
so yeah, so
yeah, I
so
don't.
when you do those kind of deeds, it is a desperate act, and I mean you're not doing it to gain something. You're doing it to save somebody.
Yes, to me, I always look on their what's your intention. Even you did bad things. What's your intention? Because if your intention is bad, then you know that's bad. But if your intention is good, you're just trying to save life. You know.
Yeah,
So I understand it. I didn't fire him, and you know what? He become one of my great employee.
yeah, yeah. That happens a lot, but sometimes you get a bad rap. But
Mm-hmm.
it turned out that it was a deed for his family member, and sometimes we are pushed to do something out of the ordinary.
Yeah, I mean, I don't say that. I don't say that most of the people in the Philippines can be like that. There's always gonna be a bad people, no matter what.
Yeah,
But you know what? This is my thing, because my husband would always ask me, "Why are you so easily, give your trust? Why it's so easy for you to give your trust?" A lot of times, you just get burned. But you know what, babe? I don't regret it. I don't regret it. I never regret doing good things to people. Just because
yeah,
that person is bad, that does not mean that you have to be bad too, right?
correct.
So don't ever regret doing good, on to people, even though that person that you have, turned out to be bad.
Yeah,
Never regret it.
Roberto, what do you think about that?
Oh yeah, me too. I think it's just the nature of the Filipinos. We trust everybody. We give people the benefits of the doubt, and I find myself like that too. So, um,
Yeah.
Yeah,
and I've been burned from a couple of people that we've hired, in the past, um, but
I,
we still forgive them. We still give them jobs back because they're in a desperate situation, and so they have to do desperate things. So I mean, in the
Yeah.
states, it doesn't work that way. In the states, I mean, you steal from your company, you're
oh,
gone. I mean,
yeah,
it's that.
yeah. Here in the States, it's a different ball game.
Yeah, my husband's is different because he's half Filipino, but he is more American. He's like, oh, if that happened to me, sorry. But me is, I mean, it's that's why I'm saying, don't never regret on, doing good to people. If even though, they did bad to you, you know, never regret, because it's their loss, not yours. Your moral is getting higher. You're not losing your moral. They are. And what's the good thing is, I learned this from Dr. I forgot the name anyway. So he said, the person, or what's that, a person or whatever, like creature that is not capable on doing bad things, they don't have morals. Well, for example, dogs. Dogs is not capable of doing bad things unless they're traumatized or stuff. But they're not gonna bite their master, so they don't have moral because they don't know bad things. They don't know evil. But
Yeah, but
a
dogs
person
can be trained, though.
yeah, but a person who is capable on doing evil, but he chose not to, that's morality. you
Yeah,
know if you're
well,
capable on doing
I
evil
think
things,
so
but you
also.
chose not to, and you chose to do good things, that means that your moral is good.
Well, normally people in are good in nature, and normally because I mean, some people become naughty because the environment that they live in and
Mm.
the geographic place that they are in. I mean, meaning like low employment and high
Yeah,
crime.
yeah, let's just say that, but I still don't believe that. You can't blame, other people. You can't blame the society. You can't blame the government. You can't blame no one. You can only blame yourself, because that's your choice, the decision that you made in your life. You know, even though that's your choice, or that's the only choice you know, that's the only choice that you can have. But if you don't choose to do it, it's not gonna happen, right?
Yep. Yeah, that's pretty true. That's a lot true, you know.
Yeah, it's all about choices. It's all about choices.
Yeah, but I think if you're highly motivated and you have good choices, somebody telling, like, leading you to to have a good thing, or you are being like, how do you say it? When people are like a mentor,
Mm.
somebody guiding you into a certain thing.
Hmm. I don't know. Some people, a lot of people told me that I'm so strict, you know, and I guess yes, I'm very strict because I'm very careful on the choices that I made, and sometimes if I made bad choices, then you know I even beat myself up, you know. But let's just say, for example, when I was a kid, all right, my mother abandoned me, okay, because
Uh-huh.
my father died when I was 9 months old.
Oh,
So my mother, she kind of blamed me, you know, that my father died, and then
oh,
she started hating me. So she left me on my aunt and my uncle, and then you know I
okay.
never.
So she dropped you off at
Yeah,
your
and
uncle's.
then and then she just you know have couple relationship, different you know relationship with some guys, you know. And then I grew up with my aunt, who is beating me, you know, like banging my head on the wall. You know, I
Oh
sleep
yeah.
on the yeah, I sleep. I used to sleep in a cardboard without blanket, without pillow,
Uh-uh.
you know. And every time I go to school, my aunt would only give me two pieces of papers. And, you know,
Uh,
she told me, there's two pieces of paper, you know, if that's not enough, then, you know, me- do some, you know, I don't, you know, it's not my problem. It's your problem now.
uh.
And then she don't give me anything. She don't buy me anything. You know, my lunch in
What about
school,
snack money?
no. My lunch is I would just bring water in a bottle,
Uh-uh.
and then peanut, you know, that I pick in our backyard.
Oh, okay.
And then
So no rice?
no. And then I would eat whatever is left over, you know. So if there's no leftover food, I don't eat, you know.
Yeah.
And then
Over where we live, our school, they have like free lunch, like they get rice, a certain grade. That the
mm,
younger kids get rice and stuff like that.
yeah, I remember when I was a kid, like about eight. I think I'm 8 years old or 9 years old. I was, you know, I saw my aunt. She bought ice cream for her children, and I was just like staring at them. I wanted to eat one, but she don't give me, you know.
Huh.
And all my clothes were have holes in it. You know, she's not buying me anything. And so I start doing my own thing. I start, you know, charging my classmates to do their homework so I
Uh-uh.
can have money, you know. And
Well,
then
we
after,
usually my daughters, they go get like guava and stuff like that, and they sell it at school.
and then when I'm done, when I finish high school, she told me, "All right, you can't go to college now because you know what are you gonna do with your education? You're just gonna marry someone. You're not gonna be able to use it. You're just gonna stay at home and clean house and do the laundry and, take care of your kids. You're not going to use that education. What are you going to use that for? And so that time, I was like thinking, no, I wanted to go to college. You know, I ran away. So I ran away. I ran away from my aunt. I stayed with my friends. I was like, imagine that. When it's like I don't have anything. It's like, if there's God, God took me, everything from me. He took everything from me. My parents, my
Yeah.
dad, my mom took everything from me. I don't have anything. And then, you know, it's good that, the decision that I chose is not to go to the bars or have a relationship with an old man and have kids and have boyfriend, and I didn't choose that path.
So
You
you
know,
did, you made good decision.
yes, but if some people, that desperation would lead to a bad decision.
Yeah.
And a lot of that happened in the Philippines.
And how did you break out of that?
Well, I was 16 years old. That's when I graduated high school. And then I was looking for a job because I said, I really need to get a job so I can support my education. Maybe not this year, but if I save this year, this whole year, if I work and save this whole year, then the next year I can, you know, I would have money to pay my tuition fee. I start working at the golf course as a caddy.
Cool.
Me, I
Ah,
work at, yeah.
that was the beginning of your way out.
Yes, I work at the golf course as a caddy. Rain or shine, I was running around there chasing balls, you know.
Cool.
Me.
And how did you meet your husband?
Well, I met my husband. I was already stable during the time. I already owned a couple bakeries when I met my husband. I met him in the Philippines. But this
Okay.
was, yeah, this story is when I was teenager. When I ran away with my aunt who's beating me. You know, she beat me so hard that I almost ran over with a 10-wheeler truck.
Uh.
Yeah. And if so, for some people in the Philippines, they wouldn't, what do you call that, deal with that desperation. That
Yeah.
desperation would lead them to make a bad choice.
Yeah. Like get married real fast.
Yes. But during that time, I don't have any plan on getting married. Even when I met my husband, I don't have any plan on getting married. I don't see myself getting married. What I want is to be successful.
Huh.
Let's just say that it also a little bit of, wanting to get a revenge with my aunt, but that
Yeah.
goes away.
And did you get satisfaction from the end?
Well, this is the thing, all right. 2 years ago, I I um I I what do you call that? I organized a reunion, family reunion. All
Uh.
right. I sponsored a family reunion, and
Those are a little
then
bit fun.
yes. So everyone's there. I invited everyone. They don't spend any penny from that because I paid everything.
Ooh.
You know what happened? I rented a resort in Pangasinan, in Hundred Islands. I rented a resort there, and then a bus so that my family
A
can travel.
jeepney or a bus?
A bus,
Uh.
like big bus, like 60 person can
Yeah.
sit there. Yeah. So I organized a reunion. Everyone's there from my grandfather and to all my mother's siblings. Of course, my aunt who used to beat me was there too. You know what happened during that time?
Uh.
She kneel in front of me and cry and asking for forgiveness. Yeah.
Did you fall for it?
Well, I said you don't have to ask forgiveness. You know why? Because all that happened to my life, it made me who I am today.
So it made you strong.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes, we look our experience bad sometimes, but you know what? It has to happen. It has to happen for us to grow.
So it was kind of like your destiny. Are we having Donna? You okay? Roberto.
I'm here.
Okay. We went blank for a moment. Yeah. Sometimes that's true that we can mold our destiny.
I see Seth's on the chat room. Why does it not come on? Mike
Well,
50.
I threw out. I believe I threw out a link. If he wants to race us,
What's it? Chicken? The chicken shit?
well, he ain't doing nothing except.
Well, he said he's beating off and
Hey,
stuff.
hey
So
Seth,
he
you
can
you
do that
want
while he's on the
to
show.
grace us with your presence?
What happened?
I don't know. That's what I asked Roberto. I thought we had like a blackout for a moment.
Hmm. Yeah, so that's my childhood. I don't really have a good childhood. I never experienced playing like any other
Like
kids.
other kids.
Yeah, I don't experience that. I don't experience toys. Because ever since I was a kid, I was raising my aunt's children. I was doing all the house chores, and
Uh,
and then she would beat me if I don't do what she wants.
yeah, that's no good.
Mm-hmm. So those experience, I look at it as a good experience, you know,
Stepping stone.
because I learned from it.
Oh, and did you have a religious background?
Oh yeah, I'm very religious before. When I was, I grew up very religious. We're very religious Christian. I used to be a choir in our church.
Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, even though my belief has changed now, I still believe that there's still a God. Somewhere, someone who's um, higher than us.
Like a
Higher
higher
being.
power.
Yeah, yeah, a higher being that's powerful. But I don't believe in a religion. I don't. Sorry, but that's just my belief. I mean, I know some people still believe that, and I respect that. But this is my belief now.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Well, I think we got to should believe in something, and it help, because when you believe in something, it kind of makes things a little bit easier and gratifying.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I believe that there's higher being than us, and but I don't believe in a religion. I believe in karma and the effect, because karma is the effect of your action. you know just like, for example, it's like a domino. If you push one
Okay.
tile, then if you push the tile, the tile, right, then everyone's gonna fall until to the last piece. If you push a person, it's gonna get back to you. you know so don't do bad things, because it's gonna come back to you. That's
That
what
I
I
believe
believe
that too.
in.
I
Yeah.
I believe that.
Yeah, and sometimes they would say, yeah, but it's not worth it sometimes because it costs you your life. Yeah, that's true. But that's karma doesn't give a shit, if it costs your life. For you, it's not worth it, but that's the law of karma, you know.
Yeah. Mikey 550 is of reading some of the stuff he's saying. Yeah, that man is he was crazy before he went to the Philippines. When he was in New York, he was maybe a little bit better there, but when he's in the Philippines, I think he became a little bit more cuckoo.
Who is that?
Well, if you look at the chat for a moment, said is saying his name, but I don't want to say it out loud.
Oh, okay.
Because well, sometimes it's appropriate, but sometimes it's not. So
yeah, I don't.
But yeah, he is just a different kind of person.
Yeah, I mean, we have our own opinion, but that doesn't mean that the opinion of others is wrong. That's just how I look at it. Sometimes you do what's best for you.
Well, yeah, but sometimes you should do what is good for you. But sometimes we feel guilty when other people, But in all.
Yeah, but you know what? Stop worrying other people. Just worry about yourself. Just like, for example, there's this person told me, how are we gonna help the world? Let's just, let's help them. Let's, as like, you know what? Don't tell them what to do. Help yourself. Go clean your own room. And then if everyone cleans their own room, then this world's gonna be better.
Well, yeah, clean, just worry and ponder about yourself. Don't worry about next door.
Yeah, like for example, all right, I clean my own room, you clean your own room, she clean her own room, he clean his own room. If every room is clean, this world's gonna be better. We don't need to help each other, right?
Yep.
Well, let's take that back. I think Kevin needs to adhere to that because he doesn't clean his room. It's always a mess.
It's always a mess.
No poster, bed's undone.
You can't see my room. I'm trying to change. I did my laundry this morning at around 6 o'clock. I got up and did all that stuff. I am trying to. I want to get one of those backdrops on my back, but then I have a camera, and then you can see a nice picturesque of something. That's what I want to do, Roberto. I want to buy a backdrop to make my bedroom a little bit more studio-ish.
So just tell me how much it is, and I'll get it for you, Kevin.
Well, no. Seriously, they have it in Amazon. Those it's a stand. And then you get this fancy mural picture, and it goes on the back.
I'll look for it, and then I'll send it to you.
Are you tired of that blank wall? Roberto. Funny guy. Yeah, Seth, what's going on with you?
He's your favorite.
Well, all of you guys are my favorite because everybody is unique. Everybody's different. So
yeah.
I like people that are different than me. If somebody's the same as me, that's okay. But if I have a big selection of friends, a big variety that you talk to, I'll talk to everybody. I mean, if you're not being bad to me, I'm good to everybody, and that's just how I am. A little bit gullible, and sometimes I need to be told to do this, to do that. Be careful, watch out, and I use the people that do that for me.
Yeah.
They're looking out for me.
Yeah. Even me too. I like different kinds of people too. But my problem sometimes is, I don't have friends here in America. here in Arizona. I don't have friends here.
Oh,
Yeah.
you don't have really? You don't
Yeah.
have like people come over and
No,
wine, dinner.
no. I don't have that here.
You
I
don't have.
tried.
I'm talking about like local Filipino or
Uh,
Filipine come and visit you.
well, I used to have before. I used to have Filipino friends before.
Uh-uh.
But what happened is, so she's a Filipina. She was here before me. Basically, she's been here almost more than 15 years, you know. And
Uh-huh.
then I get along with her. We used to hang out together. I always go, come over to her house. We cook food, you know. But you know what? I found out that she is cheating her husband.
Oh,
Yeah. I understand her.
you see
Okay.
that happen, or is it hearsay?
No, I understand what she did
Okay.
because all right, so her husband, she is dividing her husband's salary for their bills and expenses, and then send the other half to the Philippines to her family. So now whatever she wants to buy, she can get, she can have it. So what she did is she have a relationship with some other dude, and then he's giving her money. And then she told me, she's like meeting with him when her husband is at work. And then
Wow.
one time, and I was like, all right, if that's what you're into, I'm not gonna tell you what
Judge
to,
you.
because yeah, because that's your life, that's your life. But don't include me to that. So then
Uh-uh.
one time she
Don't
called me.
you mean don't involve you, right?
Yeah. So then one time she called me, and then she said, "Hey, if my husband asks you one of these day, as my husband ask you, if I were in your house tonight," because she said that she told her husband that she's gonna sleep over
Oh,
with me in my house. But the truth is,
okay.
she's going to sleep over with her mistress.
Yeah.
And then she said that tell to her husband that yeah, she sleep over with me. I was like, no, I'm not gonna do that. You know, I was like, I can't do that. I mean, look, I don't care what you wanted to do in your life, but don't involve me with this, because that's gonna be end of our friendship. You
Uh-uh.
know, I know her husband, my husband too, and she wanted me to lie. No, I'm not gonna do that. So that started a big fight between me and her, and it ended up our friendship.
Oh, yeah. I mean, she kind of make you like choose sides, and
Yeah. And then she is like posting mean words in Facebook against me. She told
oh,
she yeah she said that I'm not a real friend because I don't sided with her. Like what kind of friend I am, like that. As like like I was telling her, look, you know I'm your friend. That's why I am telling you, I don't, even you're my friend, I'm not gonna tolerate what your bad deeds. I'm gonna tell you that's bad. You know,
yeah. And she chose what?
no, she don't talk to me anymore. And
Oh,
one time she told me, she said, "Hey, I got new Louis Vuitton bag." I was like, "Your husband bought that to you?" And then she said, "No, my boyfriend." I was like, "Oh my goodness." You know, like, come on. I hate liars. I
yeah.
hate liars. Look, I don't have any problem if she wanted to keep that forever from her husband. But if she's trying, she's gonna involve me to that, I can't do it. I can't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not your party.
Yeah. So I told her, look, I'm gonna remain your friend. but just make sure that you're not gonna involve me with this, because your husband's gonna think that I'm your accomplice too,
Exactly.
right?
Well, Donna, I'm gonna close on that. We've been on we've been on for 2 hours. That's pretty
Mm-hmm.
decent. And you're gonna have your talk today.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna have a show at what, 4 o'clock?
Yes, for.
Okay, that sounds cool. So you guys, if you're not doing anything, come check out Donna's uh, YouTube channel, and she's gonna have some kind of secret that she's not sharing with nobody.
No, it's just gonna be basically like, like what's Joel Alba saying about, the agricultural land in the Philippines. Probably is gonna be my topic.
Yeah, so you guys ain't doing nothing. Come out and support her and her channel.
Mm-hmm. All
That's
right.
Heminger, Ray, Roberto. How you doing, buddy?
I'm all right.
What is your word of wisdom with your nice looking suit and drinking that rum and coke?
But she got a good point. I'm going to be interested to watch that because I'm always interested in buying land myself. So I'm always in the market.
Mm.
Well, there you go, you guys. So it sounds like a pretty decent show you're gonna have. So everybody should go turn out and listen to Dana. Donna.
Dana. Who's Dana?
Dana.
Yesterday I was Donna Jones. Now I'm Dana.
Just check out the nice, pretty lady. Dang it. Yeah, come out, check out her show today. It should be pretty good. It was good last week that we went and seen. So I think all of us should go check out her show later on this afternoon and listen to her words of wisdom. Maybe Roberto will be there. He's interested about land.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Joe. Yeah, everybody go check it out. Pretty good time.
All right, guys. See you later, guys. And thank
Yep.
you, Kevin, for having me in.
Oh, well, thank you for gracing us with your beauty and your knowledge and blah, blah, blah.
All right, guys. Bye, Roberto. Bye, Kev.
Bye, buddy.
Everyone.
Yeah, Roberto. She had a pretty good show last week. Yeah, I'm gonna go check out her show. Right now I'm gonna go upstairs, have a small lunch. I'm still trying to lose weight. I'm doing it, but it's not as easy. The pills that I'm on, they are doing a pretty good job. It's curbing my appetite. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with it.
All right, man. I'll talk to you later. Take care.
Seth, Roberto, come check out Donna's show. Mikey 550, how you doing, buddy? Heminger, always play nice. Dang it. Who else? Come? Gun term. Ray, Mr. Polar Bear, Norwegian Polar Bear. It's always good having you come on our show. Yeah, Mike Johnson. You guys have a good day or have a good evening wherever you are. Always be good. Have a positive attitude and don't live life all uptight, upset. That's kind of BS. Just relax. Don't worry about what the other guy is doing. You're just losing sleep when, oh, he's doing this, she's doing that, she's talking about me, and I don't agree with their ethics. Just worry about your house. Don't don't worry about what people are doing. Just be happy. That's what I'm trying to do. Jerry, go check out Jerry's channel. His is a very good. He talks about real estate, his life, and his life in the Philippines. So go check out his channel. Kristen Shabu, go check out his channel. He's usually on in the evening time, our time, and he always has good information and good videos that he's doing live chats now. And there's a lot of people out there that they don't have the drama and they don't care either. But I thank you guys for coming, and have a relaxing day. Kick back and enjoy. This is Big Kevin saying, I'll talk to you guys later on. Be happy. Have a drink for me. And just be happy. All right, you guys. God bless you, and thanks for coming. I'll see you guys later on, maybe later on tonight. Wherever you go, make paradise your place. You know, you don't have to be in the Philippines to have paradise. You got to have paradise right where you're at. That's what I think. All right, you guys. I'll talk to you guys later. Always have a good day.